This week's videos are sponsored by Prize Picks, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit.
Vampires of the Reject Coven. It's a momentous occasion because we are here to fill in a gap in our vampire viewing history with a veritable Anne Rice classic adaptation. Roxanne,
Yeah.
are you ready for an interview with the vampire? Do you have your questions prepared?
I know, I was thinking that. Like, if I was going to talk to a vampire and I got one question.
Yes, a junket. You only get 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a tight 3, maybe.
Yeah.
I think I want to know, like, how good is good blood?
What does good blood really
Like,
taste
is
like?
it like a
Liken
nice
it to
scotch?
a food
Yeah,
you had
like,
in your previous life.
What is it really like? And, like, do some people have better blood? And, like, how's
have to.
my blood? I'm desperate to be a vampire.
Absolutely.
You know that about me. Like, I want to be a vampire desperately. It's so upsetting to me that nobody's done that for me yet.
So, you know what? You are well overdue, and this is a travesty. Gang,
you.
leave a like for being a vampire, and hey, comment below. What's your favorite take on vampires in all of lore and fiction? We want to hear about it. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified when more vampire movies come your way, because that's apparently our thing. All right? You and Tara, the
let's
Scream Queens,
go.
you and me, we're the vamp
Rod
scamps.
Joxy in the
Rod
house.
Joxy, drippy moist
The
with
Vamp
fresh,
Tramps.
sanguine. Yeah, right? Let's put that on a t-shirt.
That's a Vamp Tramps a dope shirt.
Yeah, right?
That's really good.
Hell yeah.
Except Grammy calls Trump Tramp, which is my favorite thing in the world.
You know, I'm sure he's some kind of vampire. Most politicians are. Hey, guys, but you know who else is not a vampire, but who's really great is the folks over at Prepper.
Yes.
Because they chop these highlights down. They do a lot of work, and we give them a lot to work with. So we very much appreciate them. They are our familiars, helping feed our sanguine addictions as well. We love you all, but we especially love the super sexy rejects who have come over to our hive, who have joined us at patreon.com/therealrejects. Over there, you can sync up with your own copy of Interview with the Vampire. See everything that doesn't make these reaction highlights. The full Monty, baby. It's a good time. It's a blast. We call you super sexy over there. Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how they're not going to sparkle in this one, man. How are we going to deal with that?
I never know. I'm sure there'll be something else steamy to fill the void.
They better bone.
You know what?
Better bone.
Better bone. Let's, on that note, roll the bump. Ooh. Which bridge?
San Francisco.
A Neil Jordan film.
Anytime I see a bridge, I think
Thomas?
Tom Cruise. Don't at me, bro. Don't at me.
And Brad
Pitt. You're pissing me off now.
Antonio Banderas. Okay, so now we're in the territory. I tried to throw Roxy off the scent because she didn't know who's in the movie, and she saw the dust. Kirsten Slater.
That's crazy.
All right, we both get some surprises.
That's crazy. Are you telling me Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt did a movie together?
They did the
that I have
Vampire
never
Chronicles.
seen? Wow, those buildings look sick. Kirsten Dusnt is my queen.
Ooh.
Shut up.
She gonna be like a baby in this?
I'm becoming a Thandiwe.
What?
I'm becoming a
Thandiwe,
in Central
what's
Florida.
up? All right. And you were right. It was the San Francisco Bridge.
Yeah, Golden Gate,
Golden
baby.
Gate.
Anytime I see a bridge and we're starting there, it's like, all right, we in San Fran.
Interesting. I wouldn't have pegged this as the location.
Why? What do you think is a vampire city?
I don't know. I guess Florence or something, or New Orleans. Forks, absolutely. Forks.
Washington.
Stan Winston, A+. Let's go. Prolific
that's your
makeup
guy?
effects artist. Stan Winston's a legend. And his son, Matt Winston, played the creepy MC in Little Miss Sunshine.
You got a deep cut there,
That's
my
an
dude.
Andrew fact.
Yeah, holy shit. I didn't know I was filming with him today.
Oh, Sandy Powell is a big name in costume
This
design.
music is really setting a tone. Thank you, Elliot, for this.
Goldenthal. Yeah, I was going to say the swell
Goldenthal,
of
part
the
of my
music.
tribe.
And just like wandering the streets or like slowly kind of zooming into the nightlife.
I was thinking we were getting into a sexy thing. Is this a scary thing?
I don't know. I'm sure there will be some tension and intensity, but I don't know what level of horror to expect.
A lot of soft focus.
Screenplay by Anne Rice, based on her novel. Damn, okay.
We're
All
not.
right, so this is going to be definitive.
That straight up looked like God damn it.
A famous extra.
No, what the hell is her name? Kill Bill.
Daryl Hannah.
Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. That looked like Uma Thurman.
I don't know why I went to Daryl first, but
Yeah, holy crap. Weird.
So you want me to tell you the story of my life?
I do.
Like I said, that's what I do.
I do too.
You'd have to have a lot of tape for my
That is
story.
crazy. He's so young.
You followed me here, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose I did.
where are we in relation to Heather's?
What year is this?
Early 90s?
This has to be after Heather's, right?
Oh, what do you say we get started?
Hey, old tape deck.
So, what do you do?
I'm a vampire.
That's hot.
Let's go.
That's something I haven't heard before.
His voice is so different.
I was waiting for you in that alley, watching you, watching me, and then you began to speak.
That's definitely Brad Pitt's voice.
Really?
I think.
It looks like the back of his head.
What were you gonna do? Kill me, drink my blood, all that stuff?
Probably exactly.
I was going to get hit by a taxi.
We can't begin this way. Let me turn on the light.
How far after Thelma and Louise?
A decade?
I only wanted to prepare you. Don't be frightened.
Damn.
I want this opportunity.
How the hell did you do that?
Same as you do. A series of simple gestures. Only I move too fast for you to see.
Wow, this is crazy makeup.
I'm flesh and blood, not human.
More human than human.
I haven't been human for 200
Damn.
years.
The veins.
We begin like David Copperfield.
Yeah.
I am born.
Yes.
I grew up.
Oh, the novel, not the magician.
Shall we begin
Gotcha.
when I was born to darkness?
I was born in the darkness. Raised by
Molded by it.
You're not lying to
vein.
me, are you?
Why should I lie?
You shouldn't. That's what I tell every guy.
1791 was the year it happened.
Whew. We just got the harp.
I was 24, younger than you are now.
Damn.
But times were different then. I was a man at that age.
Of course.
The master of a large plantation just south of New Orleans.
There we go, New Orleans.
He was the master of a plantation. What is going on in this movie?
He's 200 years old. Yeah, he's going to be an early in the American experiment.
I had lost my wife in childbirth. I would have been happy to join them. I couldn't bear the pain of their loss.
Wow.
I longed to be released from it.
God, that's beautiful.
What? The plantation?
Not the implications of what it is for, but the architecture,
Yeah, I mean,
statues, etc.
The
foliage.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to lose it all. My wealth, my estate, my sanity.
What is he doing? What is he?
He's
What
like
is it?
gambling or something.
What is he picking up, putting down?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
cards. That's what cards looked like.
How many is in the deck? Calling me a cheat?
It's like a scene on a Maverick now.
I'm calling you a piece of stinking offal.
Stinking awful.
And with the tan, so much better.
You lack the courage of your convictions, sir. Do it.
Whoa.
Most of all, I longed for death.
Huh.
I invited it, a release from the pain of living.
He who makes a beast out of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man.
Great costume design. Really good.
Hondo P. The ruffles, man. The
Yeah.
ruffles.
The ruffles are popping.
That's what I need in this life is a good ruffly vampire shirt. Oh, that's Tom Cruise's nose.
My invitation was open to anyone,
I'm hoping for a lot of P in the G.
but it was a vampire that accepted.
So
I
that,
mean,
did Tom come outside?
I guess, yeah, he's been following him. He's been
The back of your head is
zipping
ridiculous.
around vampire style. God, look at that. It's beautiful, too. Is that like a matte painting back there, or is that a real bay?
I don't know. Because where could this set? I mean, this. Is, oh,
Give me your money or you die.
Woof. Oh! I'll just die. Oh. Dang. Not bad.
oh,
Wow. Very intimate. I like it. Oh. Ooh.
Do you still want death? Or have you tasted it enough? Enough.
There's never enough. Oh. That's gonna burn. Is that salt water?
He left me there on the banks of the Mississippi, somewhere between life and death.
Ooh. Purgatory.
lost. Oh, he got COVID.
Yep. He's got long COVID now. 200-year long COVID.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
I've come to answer your prayers.
Look at the volume in his hair.
Life has no meaning anymore, does it? But what if I could give it back to you? Pluck out the pain and give you another life.
Eternal life.
One you could never imagine. And it would be for all time.
Always.
I'm going to give you the choice I never had.
That morning, I was not yet a vampire, and I saw my last sunrise.
God, what a vibe.
And yet I can't recall any sunrise before it.
No sunrise could have been as beautiful.
I watched the whole magnificence of the dawn for the last time as if it were the first.
God, Brad Pitt is so hot. It is crazy.
And then I said farewell to sunlight and set out to become what I became.
So good. The long lens through all those vines.
Not having sunlight would be devastating.
Yeah. As much of a night owl as I am.
Yeah, me too.
Gotta have some. That's why I like those long summer days.
Have you said your goodbyes to the light?
He's goofy.
A bit, but not in a way that's breaking beyond the height of the movie for me yet. We'll see how it goes.
Said your goodbyes to the light.
He's been doing this a long time, all right. Give Brad a minute. He'll be just as airy and, you know.
I've trained you to the point of death. If I leave you here, you die. Or you can be young always. Will you come or no?
That's what she said.
He's good at the sales pitch.
Yes, I will come for you, Tom Cruise. Sorry, prepper.
They're used to this. Oh. Okay. So you feed on your sire to complete the transformation. Oh. Nice with the heartbeat in the sound mix.
This is super sexual.
This is incredibly sensual, sexual, all the above. Oh. Whew.
It's like his O-face, right?
There's absolutely some of that symbolism happening
What
here.
is dying? Pay no attention. Happens to us all.
Pay no attention.
Oh,
The eyes.
interesting.
Now look with your vampire eye.
With your vampire eyes.
Sounds like the name of a song.
What?
On the other side of the pole, what will it look like?
Whoa! What?
What did you see?
It's an optical illusion. It's just one of those statues that looks like its eyes are falling.
I was a newborn vampire weeping at the beauty of the night.
Bars, man.
What about crucifixes?
Actually, I'm quite fond of looking at crucifixes.
I am a Catholic.
Coffins. How about coffins?
Coffins, unfortunately, are a necessity.
Okay.
I like them telling us the rules early on.
You'll be sleeping as soundly as you've ever slept.
I just need a coffin. That's all. Like, finally get a good night's rest.
I'll be waiting for you, and so will all the world.
Oh, jeez, man.
I woke the next evening with a hunger I had never felt.
Once you taste this, you'll never go to another tavern again.
Ooh, it's my microbrew.
But what if I'd rather taste your lips?
My lips are even sweeter still.
Oh, yeah.
I just find Tom Cruise to be so asexual, like
Typically,
you know. It's
So to
wild,
see him
yeah.
play like an ultimate, like a peak sexual character is
Yeah.
fascinating.
My friend should taste those lips.
Is his kiss as deep as yours?
Oh,
Deeper, my share.
The three of all three.
yeah. Oh, my goodness. I want to make a vampire movie. Oh, it does look uncomfortable when they bite your face like that, though.
So
Oh.
what is happening? He bit her tongue.
Wow. Wow. Imagine watching this as your coming of age.
I will not take her life.
Oh.
I've done it for you.
Oh, alley-oop.
Just dead as a doornail, my friend.
Molly was dead. Oh. Two for the ferryman.
Did you see her eyes were just fluttering? Not that dead.
You know, a few minutes after your death, you know, you're still going to have muscle spasms.
But I like Brad Pitt. We're seeing he has morals.
That's true for now. Tandy.
Are you not hungry, sir?
Oh, contraire, marché. He could eat the whole colony.
She's so young looking.
That's hilarious. Oh.
Let's finish it, man. Now leave us.
Damn. Did they do that vein with CGI? It looked really good.
Yeah, it did.
Oh!
Ah!
Pretend to drink, at least.
Woof, 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 woof.
How are they doing that? What is that?
It's a prop rat with a tube inside. I'm
For sure, right? For sure.
Yes. I'm going to go on a limb and say that they did.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know about rat blood. Why is that worse than human blood to me?
Because you know where rats hang out.
Can live like this? Off the blood of animals?
Call it surviving. Useful trick if you're caught for a month on a ship at sea.
Oh, sure. Probably serve an actual function that way.
Come into New Orleans. Let me show you some real sport.
Oh.
Do you think that he is in love with him, or like, what do you think the relationship is from Tom Cruise's eyes right now?
I don't think it's that one-to-one, but there is an element of that.
A fresh young girl. That was his favorite for the first of the evening.
Oh.
For seconds, he preferred a gilded, beautiful youth, but the snob in him loved to hunt in society. And the blood of the aristocrat thrilled him best of all.
Of course.
You see that one? She had that gorgeous young fop.
Ooh.
Murder her husband.
How do you know?
Read her thoughts.
Glamour her.
I can't.
The dark gift is different for each of us.
Dang.
Just take my word for it. She blamed a slave for his murder.
Of course she did. Ugh.
Imagine what they did to him. Evildoers are easier, and they taste better.
They taste better. Is amazing.
Yeah, they probably got that decadent blood.
Tom must be in platforms because.
Oh, yeah. He's wearing big creeper boots.
Yeah. These are the actual trees that they have in plantations. You've seen pictures of this?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like the most beautiful trees of all time.
They must have shot us on location.
It makes me sad to look at, though. It's just like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't
crazy how
divorce
much
them from the history.
yeah.
Where are we going?
That sound.
Nowhere.
Oh.
God, looking at them that close, I feel like you'd have to notice their veininess and their otherworldly eyes.
I don't know. If Brad Pitt looked like this and I saw him, I don't give a crap if he's killing me.
That's fair. The lore is fascinating, the way they've been dropping it in and kind of fleshing it out, because it makes me wonder, like, how much of what we know of vampire. Oh no! Oh! Wow!
Coward of a vampire who prowls the night killing rats and poodles. You could have finished us both. You condemn me to hell.
Ah! Oh my.
Oh, that's more like it. Anger, fury. That's why I chose.
Oh.
But you can't kill me, Louis.
Louis.
The laughing would be so annoying.
Feed on what you will. I'll leave you to it and watch you come around.
Sure.
Just remember, life without me would be even more unbearable.
Of course. Yeah, I wonder how many things have taken from this particular lore and what lore this is building off of, because... Whoa! Because, yeah, Anne Rice is, like, so prolific of... Wow! Jesus! Oh, my God.
Wait, are these the doings of Tom Cruise or of the times?
I mean, I guess it's both of them. Part of me wondered if that was, like, him graduating from chickens to...
Yeah, I don't
people
know.
more embracing the transition from animals to more people, but I'm not sure. Woo! Wow. Are they like trying to do some ritual to cast out the evil?
Maybe.
Paris vampire must be clever for many reasons.
You came from Paris?
As did the one who made me.
No.
Tell me about him. You must have learned something from him.
I learned absolutely nothing.
But you must know something about the meaning of it all.
Oh.
That noise. It's driving me mad. That noise! We've been in the country for weeks with nothing but that noise.
They watch us dine on empty plates and drink from empty glasses. glass.
The Paris Opera's in town. We can try some French.
We'll taste the home.
Forgive me if I have a lingering respect for life.
Nails.
You'll soon run out of chickens, Louis.
Don't worry.
What is Tom Cruise's accent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he was like, I came from Paris. I'm like, oui, oui.
Definitely not French,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. It's not even Louisiana French. Damn, just right over their pyre.
Don't do that with your poor whores.
I would love a version of Django where he's a vampire hunter.
We're worried about you, Master. When is it that you go riding in the field? And how long since you've been to the slave quarter? Everywhere there is death.
Everywhere you go.
You must send away this friend of yours. The slaves, they are all frightened of him.
Listen to her.
And they're frightened of you.
What he's making you become.
I'm frightened of myself.
Uh-oh. Don't eat Tandy. Ooh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Oh, no. Oh, the crawdads. Two. That's the last straw. Oh, wow. You better turn her.
He can't now. I think she's dead.
This place is cursed, damned,
Oh.
and yes, your master is the devil. Get out while you can. You are all free men.
Damn.
Run! Save yourself!
One last act of sort of humanity. No. I reject this life. Oh, they do have reflections, though. I feel like that's a classic bit of lore that a lot of more modern vampire stories write out. Oh. It's just striking me that they had to have him really acting with all this fire. It's not like now where you can just CG that stuff in. No.
Horrible. Oh.
Whoa!
Perfect! Just burn the place, burn everything we own!
You thought you could have it all.
Oh.
Ah, perfect.
Thought it could have it all. God, just the fire and the celebrating.
That was wild. Perfect.
We're in a nice, filthy cemetery. Does this make you happy? Is this fitting and proper enough?
We belong in hell.
I told you I don't know hell.
But there was a hell, and no matter where we moved to, I was in it.
Yeah.
We rented rooms on the waterfront of New Orleans.
That's not all we rented. You guys are doing fine.
Your friend has no head for wine.
Don't worry. I can warm that cold skin of yours better than she can.
Oh, hey, she's right there, all right.
Yeah, but she's passed out.
So soft. I can see you lying on a bed of satin.
Oh my God, he bit through.
He's probably gonna.
Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh. Oh, wow. What a reveal.
And then put out the light.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Poor thing. Oh, my. What a way to reveal that. Jesus. Oh.
But once put out thy light, give it vital breath again. It needs must wither.
God, they really must not turn people very often.
For you, Louis, to pretend it's wine.
Oh. He probably dispatched her friend before.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Totally.
not just passed out. She's gone.
It was just the one thing that could bring you peace.
Whoa.
The girl Lestat! They take her, Louis, end that hunger!
Oh, he's Lestat. That is a famous name.
You want to scream?
The coffin is the table. Excellent. Oh, jeez.
It's your coffin, my love. Enjoy it. Why do you do this?
Wow.
I enjoy it. Take your aesthetes, taste pure things. Kill them swiftly if you will. But do it! For do not doubt! You are a killer, Louis!
Oh boy, he's putting his all into this.
What's that one?
It's a coffin.
Well, so it is. You must be dead.
I'm not dead, am I?
No.
This poor girl.
I feel so
What
bad.
a performance.
For her. Yeah.
End her suffering and yours.
God, man.
I just remembered that Kirsten Dunst is in this.
God, I've completely forgotten. Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
No.
They called it the dark, but I gave it to you.
I think you just wanted to parson some of your own burden off on somebody else.
This is such a different role for Tom Cruise.
I know.
It's bizarre to see him like this.
Like I love, like it's a bit camp, but I also love seeing him in a
it's
mode like
awesome.
this.
It's
yeah.
awesome. It's just
and he's
so
throwing
different.
his all into it. Like
He's just so like, if it's not risky business, it's Mission Impossible.
Sure.
And this is like
completely different from
Yeah.
both of those. You're gonna crawl back into the womb.
oh no, not a kid. Kirsten Dunst.
Whoa.
That must be her, right?
Is it?
It looks like her. That looks like her, John. Her little nose and eyes. What year is this? That's definitely her.
Baby Kirsten Dunst.
Please help us. Pa left us and didn't come back.
Brad Pitt's that much older than Kirsten Dunst?
I guess so.
Please wake Mama, monsieur.
Oh boy, Mama's not waking up anytime soon. Unless it becomes a different kind of horror movie.
Maybe she has whatever disease the mother had too.
Oh
So
my
he's gonna-
goodness, dude.
No, he's gonna turn her.
Oh, you're gonna damn this girl for life, though.
Yeah, but otherwise she was gonna get sick and die, maybe.
Yeah, but she's so young.
My philosopher. Oh, yes. This calls for a celebration.
Oh.
Non più life.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's still life in the old lady yet.
God,
Oh
this
my
movie
God.
is a fascinating like blend of gallows humor, like really kind of personal horror,
Now you love your precious gift.
and then just decadence. Like, wow.
But what about Kirsten Dunst? Are they gonna turn? Is she dead or what?
I gotta imagine she's gonna turn.
I knew peace only when I killed, and when I heard her heart in that terrible rhythm, I knew again what peace could be.
Oof. The language in this movie too, the dialogue. Like it's not always easy to sell such like flourish and frill on dialogue.
All I need to find you, Louis, is follow the corpses of rats.
Yep. Rat crumbs.
You don't want it to go on.
No.
So feed.
Then do what it is in your nature to do, and you will feel as you felt with that child in your arms. Evil is a point of view.
Oof.
God kills indiscriminately, and so shall we. I have a gift for you.
It's the girl. He woke her back up. It's gotta be, right? It's Kirsten Dunst as a freaking vampire.
You need company, Louis. More congenial than mine.
It better not be
He's someone who's
Kirsten
less
Dunst,
than
son.
savage.
It better be an adult.
You remember how you wanted her, the taste of her.
I thought I'd killed her.
I finished the rest. Did you feed her off your wrist there?
Remember how you wanted her as giving pedo?
It is flirting on that line. And I mean vampires are metaphors for various deviants, among other things.
Listen to me, and I'm going to give you what you need to get well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with the heartbeat sounds.
John.
Drain him. Whoa. What happens if she gets it all? Wowie. Oh my goodness. Fascinating. It volumizes your hair too?
I want some more.
Of course.
I'm not enjoying this right now, John.
Why? Whatever could you mean?
On m'a appelé, monsieur? Oh, quel bel enfant.
Oh, the beautiful baby. Well, that was fast.
Gently, Shaggy.
Whoa.
All right now. Stop.
She's She's like a baby snake.
You must stop before the heart stops.
I want some more.
Please, sir.
Where's Mama?
Mama's gone to heaven. They all go to heaven.
Except us.
All but us.
Phew. Do you want to frighten our little daughter?
I'm not your daughter.
Oh, yes, you are.
You got 2 dads now.
You see, Louis was going to leave us. Now he's not.
I'm glad to hear him call her daughter at least.
Yeah. They're the couple who had kids to try and keep them together. Damn.
But it was like all the like sucking of like.
I mean, yeah, you're in just like heavy
Yeah.
territory, and then throwing a kid into that does
She's like
make it a little.
She's a real kid. Like
Yes.
like
Yeah,
Kirsten,
agree. We're
she had
flirting
to
with
be
the
on
line here.
set. I have to get over it to try to enjoy the next movie, but that really threw me off. I really didn't like that.
For he lavished affection on her, there's no doubt about that. Perhaps in the end he did it because he was lonely too.
Well, yeah. He
Obviously.
absolutely is.
A little child she was, but also a fierce killer.
Oh, boy. Oh, no. Get a good look at them teeth. Whoa!
Who will we get to finish your dress? Little practicality, shall we? Remember.
She slept in my coffin at first, till the day came when she wanted one of her own.
They grow up so fast, despite not growing up at all.
Why do they have to sleep in the coffins?
There's still a little magic in this world.
They found death fast in those days, before she learned to play with them, to delay the moment till she had taken what she wanted.
Why are you crying, child?
Oh no, you're dead.
Are you lost, my love?
Mama.
Oh, nope.
Hush now, don't cry.
She's at your neck.
Get your neck away from her.
Oh, my shit.
Yeah. Whoa.
That little digit.
Damn. Is she
What
really
about
playing
Antonio
or is she pantomiming?
Banderas?
Oh, yeah, he's in this too. Gonna make me forget.
They're expensive, my dear. Maybe too expensive for a young girl like you.
Nothing is too expensive for a young girl like me. Oh! That was a good cut.
Yeah, it was.
God, it really looks like she's... Whoa!
Claudia, what have we told you?
Never in the house.
Give me some room.
To me, she was a child, but to Lestat, an infant prodigy with the lust for killing that
Yep.
lost his own. Together, they finished off whole families.
This is a fascinating tone, this movie.
Now try something on a more summer.
She could have played piano, at least partially.
At least good enough to pantomime.
A new world had sprung up around us, and we were all Americans now.
Yeah, you get to see all of history change. Or at least the modicum you currently occupy. Please don't eat the bathing lady.
Now that is pure cream.
He's always in blue and he's always in green.
Don't you want her?
I want to be her.
Really?
Can I, Louis? Be like her one day?
Ugh.
Never.
No.
More melancholy nonsense. I swear you grow more like Louis every day. Soon you'll be eating rats.
Jeez, man.
30 years had passed, yet her body remained that of an eternal child. Her eyes alone told the story of her age, staring from under her doll-like curls with a questioning that would one day need an answer.
You're one of the Eternals now, kiddo.
Another doll? I have dozens, you realize.
I thought you could use one more.
Why always on this night?
It's Doll's Night.
Is this my birthday?
It's your turn day.
You dress me like a doll. You make my hair like a doll.
Because I wish I could play with dolls, but as a man, that's frowned upon.
Throw them away.
I will then.
Oh. Wow, you really do have every doll. Whoa! Jesus! No! Ah!
What have you done?
What you told me to do! I wanted to be her!
She's not! It's the very house we live in!
Jesus.
Do you want me to be a doll forever?
Oh no. Oh no.
Can't I change like everybody else?
Shave
Will her
your
hair
head,
never
kiddo.
grow back?
That is a great question. I don't know. Because it did like fill out the
Yeah.
second she turned. Oh, is it back?
Which one of you made me the way I am?
Wow.
I had a mother once, and Louis, he had a wife.
Turn me back.
Do you think he's gonna find out he actually killed his wife or something?
Whoa. Whoa.
Cool effect.
Not bad.
Be glad I made you what you are.
Damn.
You'd be dead now if I hadn't. Like that damned corpse. Now get rid of it.
You get rid of it.
Damn, dude. He was a small child. She got the Apton chops.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst is so good.
Like, I believe her soul is older than her body now.
For 30 years, I had avoided that place, yet I found my way back there with hardly an upward glance.
It's a memory lane of your worst nightmare.
You fed on me.
And he found me with you. I took your life. He gave you another one.
And here it is. And I hate you both.
Can't say I blame you.
Me neither, Jesus.
The vibes on this movie, like just the settings, the environments are impeccable.
Locked together in hatred. But I can't hate you, Louis.
You got too much of a heart.
Louis, my love.
Oh no.
No.
I was mortal to you. You gave me your immortal kiss.
Wowie.
You became my mother and my father. And so I'm yours forever.
Kurt is now your mother and your father.
It's time to end it, Louis. Now it's time to leave him.
You both need to leave your abuser.
I don't like this again, John.
You will never let us go.
No.
Oh.
I know now she's in her 30s, but like it just like ugh.
Is she in her 30s or 40s now?
40s maybe. It depends on how old you think she was.
Yeah.
If you think she was 8, she's 38.
What is it now? Irritate. We're very prison. And I'll tell you something else. I found someone who'll make a better vampire than both of us.
So needy, man.
You're spoiled. Because you're an only child. You need a brother.
To resent.
I suppose we could people the world with vampires.
Ooh.
You're a liar. But you upset my plans.
What plans?
Yeah. What plans?
I came to make peace with
No,
you.
she
and
didn't.
You're the father of lies.
Father of lies.
Stop pestering me then.
Leave me to my emphatic piano playing.
I must do more than that. I've brought a present for you.
Then I hope it's a beautiful woman with endowments you'll never possess.
Rub it in, why don't you?
You haven't fed enough. I can tell by your color.
Yeah, you're looking more pallid than usual.
Don't be angry with me. When I saw them, I knew they were for you. Drunk on brandy wine, a thimbleful.
Wow. Lightweights.
I promise I'll get rid of the bodies.
Thanks.
We forgive each other then?
Yes.
Tolling
Did she
that
poison
bell.
them or something? Like
I wonder. Oh. She pumped him full of garlic and silver nitrate.
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
You've given them absinthe.
No, laudanum.
Laudanum.
I killed them, unfortunately. But it keeps the blood warm.
Whoa. And what does it do when you feed on it?
You let me drink dead blood?
does it kill you to drink dead blood?
One lesson you taught me. Never drink from the dead.
Oh.
Yeah, at least gonna jack you up, I imagine.
My coffin.
I'll put you in your coffin!
Wowie!
My God.
Whoa. Wow. Nice blood gag. Wow, man. Desanguinated. Oh, he's becoming all gaunt.
His fingers.
Sweet prince.
The effects in this are
Yeah,
pretty quality.
really good.
Should we burn him? What would he have liked, Louis? The swamp.
We commit his body unto
John,
Shrek.
this is like an absolute. I feel like I'm being thrashed.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow. That's some Evil Dead shit right there.
Kirsten Dunst is so good. It's insane.
I know, it's crazy.
He deserved to die.
Then perhaps so do we every night of our lives.
All food for the gators.
I did it for us, Louis, so we could be free.
I mean, he was intemperate and overbearing.
You missed him?
He was all I knew. It's as simple as that. We were like two orphans learning to live again.
He looks like he's in
Sure.
Pulp Fiction right now.
Yeah, he does. A royale with typo negative.
She studied the myths and legends of the old world, obsessed with the search for what she called our kind.
Sure, damn. Became a scholar.
The thing is, like, you don't have to kill people. So it's like, you could just not. But I know it's hard.
They don't have just like blood banks around back then.
down.
Jesus. Oh! Oh, no.
So we really can't die.
I guess not. He just becomes more of a monster.
Listen.
What could it be?
Ask the alligator. His blood helped. Then on the diet of the blood of snakes and all the putrid life of the Mississippi.
Woof. I was going to say, what happens when you switch to reptiles and amphibians?
His HMU is unreal.
You became your true self.
You've been a very, very naughty little girl.
Very naughty. Whoa. Whoa. Wowie. Damn.
But did they bring him back just to kill him?
I don't know at this point. I don't feel like we've gotten a clear indication of what can truly end a vampire. Fire does seem like a decent candidate. Dang. How do they get a shot like that?
I stood on that deck, fearful he would come out again in the very river like some monster to destroy us both. And all the while I thought, Lestat, we deserve your vengeance. You gave me the dark gift, and I delivered you into the hands of death for the second time.
I mean, to be fair, he has been mostly a monster.
Completely. Like, are we supposed to feel sympathetic to him? Like
Lestat has been bloodlust from the get-go. He's petulant and
but so is little kiddo.
true. Although
she's a
she's got a
kid.
better tempered, at least, demeanor.
She like wants to look up to Brad Pitt.
Claudia and I alone seemed immune. We kept to ourselves, pondering the mystery of each other.
Claudia and him were immune of what?
We reached the Mediterranean. I wanted those waters to be blue, but they were black, straining to recall the color that in my youth I had taken for granted.
Oh yeah, everything you draw must just be tone. Must just be charcoal.
We searched village after village.
That's gorgeous.
Ruin
These are
after
great.
ruin, and always we found nothing.
It's beautiful. Love that motif.
Paris, the city I'd always dreamed of. I was Creole after all, and Paris was the mother of New Orleans.
Sure was.
A universe whole and entire unto
That
herself.
coat.
Woof.
I want it.
This is a very drippy movie. They went ham on the costume.
The costumes
department.
are unbelievable. I hope that this was nominated for an Oscar for its costumes. No joke.
Costumes and production design
Yeah.
especially. Like, God.
We were alive again. So it was, when I'd given up the search for vampires, that a vampire found me.
Is it Antonio Banderas?
Ain't that always how it goes?
Because I'm just waiting for my man.
I know. He's very Jack the Ripper right now.
He said a vampire found me. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Long white hair.
It's also giving London fog.
Oh.
Whoa. It's a duel.
Who is that? Can they smell each other? Like, do they know?
Doing like the mirror gag right now.
Remember that we heard from Tom Cruise that he could read people's minds?
Yeah.
What is Brad Pitt?
Oh, he's going to go up the wall. Yeah. Like, something's up with this camera right now. I wonder how they shot that. Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh, there's your boy. There's your boy.
Zoom in. Let's get a face shot.
I've searched the world for an immortal, and this is what I find.
Silly sideshow attraction.
Dreamy.
Whoa.
Ooh. He makes a hot vamp.
Yes, he does.
Bring the petite beauty with you. No one will harm you. I won't allow it.
Weird ADR. That was not aligned.
Remember my name.
Not aligned.
Armand.
Armand.
There we go.
Damn. You run the vampire theater? That's so cool. Theater is the perfect place for vampires. Wow. That is an organ.
The monk whose soul with heaven doth commune, and spends his days in pious contemplation.
Oh.
Whoa.
He will meet his maker all too soon. For all his prayers gets no remuneration.
Oh no. Back to hell with you.
What have we here? What beauty by my side. A rose in bloom, a shrinking violet.
This is a real girl who does not know she's in the show.
100%. But nobody in the audience knows that.
Nope.
I don't want to die.
But death we are, and death we've always been.
You think she'd be like, why am I on stage?
Yeah, I'm not part of this production. Oh my, oh my.
Let me leave. I don't care.
Then why should you care if you die now? And suppose death had a heart to love and to release you.
She's like Helen Hunt or something.
Pass to suffer as you suffer.
Oh yes, Monsieur Vampire, take me.
Whoa.
I adore you.
You and your tongue.
No, you'll get your turn. Don't even worry.
What it means to be
What's
loved
happening
by
behind him?
death, to become our bride.
Is that your boy? Oh, Armand.
I don't even know which one's my boy anymore. Brad's my boy. Antonio's my boy.
For a second, I thought Tom Cruise was going to be back, but
Is Tom my boy?
not in this movie. Oh, poor thing. Oh, God, he's just that alluring.
Do you think Brad Pitt's going to do something?
I don't know. Are they going to turn? They're just going to eat her, right? Oh, wow.
Monstrous.
Yeah.
Oh,
She faint? Or is she just powerless to his?
I don't know. He didn't have the
Undead
thumb
wiles.
thing, so.
He's got nails enough for that. Wow. Jesus Christ. What? Whoa.
And then they all.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We can get us a Groupon. Go see the show next weekend.
We live beneath. Let me show you.
Wow. Dude, come join our theater company. We got room and board, free food. Wow. Where is the floor?
The set is great. Lestat, no. The set, yes.
Welcome to my home.
Oh my. Wait a minute. I know that face. Who is that? Like tiny Alicia Vikander or something?
It's a boy,
Or a boy.
I think, right? Yeah.
He said try him, so yeah. Face looks
Alicia Vikander. That was a wild guess.
kind of looks like her face.
Why are they laughing?
Absinthe.
Why'd they all laugh at that?
Maybe it's because you didn't want to use the used holes. I don't know.
Are you the leader of this group?
If there were a leader, I would be the one.
Who made us what we are?
Surely you know the one who made you.
Yes, but the one who made him.
Who's the original? Who's the protopire?
I saw you in the theater. You're suffering.
I didn't think we were that bad.
You feel you deserve to die and you stand on nothing.
Oy vey.
But does that make you evil? Or since you comprehend what you call goodness, does it not make you good? I have never seen a vision nor learned a secret that would damn or save my soul.
There's a little bit of French in that accent.
After 400 years, I am the oldest living vampire.
Whoa.
And it's as I always feared.
What?
There's no way of stopping this for good.
You fear too much. So much you make me fear.
The place was empty as we left, and as we blundered through it, again came the thought, I have wronged Lestat.
How did you wrong him?
It's just a link.
Oh,
in
he
a
can
chain.
read his mind too.
There is but one crime among us vampires here.
To kill another vampire?
Kill your own kind.
Whoa.
Do you think I would let them harm you?
No, you would not, Louis. Danger holds you to me.
Love holds you to me.
You would leave me for Armand if he beckoned you.
Yeesh.
He wants you as you want him. He's been waiting for you. He wants you as a companion.
Face it, you need a Lestat in your life.
Do you know what his soul said to me? Let him go, he said. Let him go. Is that what I should do, Louis?
Maybe.
Let you go.
No.
My father, my Louis.
Ugh.
It'll be all right.
You really believe that?
No, but
Listen to me. Claudia is very dear to me. She's my daughter. Your love.
let's stick with daughter.
She's in danger, isn't she?
I like can't with that stuff they keep doing.
Yeah.
It's like ruining it for me. I can't.
If you want to save her, send her away.
Then I leave too.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
So soon?
Oh.
Without any of those answers you so longed for.
Let's go, Zaddy.
You said there were none.
But you asked the wrong questions.
You're a man who likes a riddle, aren't you?
The world changes. We do not.
It's got to keep things interesting, though.
I need you to make contact with this age.
Huh.
Don't you see? I'm not the spirit of any age.
I am no zeitgeist.
I'm at odds with everything.
That is the very spirit of your age.
Huh.
Your fall from grace.
We know he gets it out because the interview.
The vampires in the theater.
Oh.
They can't reflect anything, but you do.
Hey, they're putting on a good show, all right.
You reflect its broken heart.
He's very good at being so still, Brad Pitt.
An immortal with a mortal's passion.
Passion.
Lestat must have wept when he made you.
Oh.
You knew Lestat.
He turned Lestat.
I had found the teacher, which Lestat could never. I knew now had been. It would pass through him as through a pane of glass.
Yeah, he's beyond that shit now.
Pass through him like pane of glass. And pass through you.
Transparent.
Just saying.
No secrets, baby.
Madeleine, Louis is shy.
Oh my. What are we doing here, Madeleine? Are you hoping for the gift?
What's under her necklace? A bite?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Drink. Do it, Louis!
You haven't the vaguest conception under God what you ask.
Oof.
I have. You have found your new companion, Louis. You will make me mine.
Dang.
Do you have any idea of the thing you will become?
You are evil, instead you cannot be evil. And I shall suffer for it no longer.
Jeez.
Don't make me do this. I cannot!
Yet you could do it to me. You haven't tears enough for what you've done to me. You give her to me, Louis! Do this before you leave me!
What a conundrum. I get it. I get it, man.
I love you still. That's the torment of it. Who will care for me, my love? My dark angel, when you are gone.
My dark angel.
What do you think she is, Madeline?
A child who cannot die.
A child who did die.
You're both
My
right.
daughter.
I mean, a mother-sister figure for her does seem like the best thing to do.
For the girl.
And they're in green and blue, too, just like Lestat
Yeah,
and
but
Louis.
like it's the best for her, but not for this woman.
Yeah, no. Although she seems like she wants to do it.
I don't know though, because Kirsten Dunst's power, what is it? Like, is it persuasion?
Gotta get the jerk in there, man.
Louis, what's happening to her?
She's dying.
Oh.
We are now even. What died in that room was not that woman.
Oh.
What has died is the last breath in me that was human.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Father. At last we are even.
Woof.
It's time for justice, little
Thank
one.
you. Ah! Whoa. What? Whoa. Time for justice.
Because they killed Lestat, and you can't kill another vampire.
Yeah, God. Even from beyond the grave, Lestat has got him in his grip.
Death for the others. For you, eternity in a box.
Jesus. Oh, no. Bring me your knowledge, Armand, of how to get out of here.
This poor new woman who just was turned.
I know, Jesus.
She's like, I haven't even drank yet.
Aw, you did this. You did this.
Armand told him to send her away because he knew.
Yeah. Whoa. Right into the box. I'm the man in the box.
Pleasant dreams.
You know they won't be. Damn, dude. Damn. Truly some Edgar
That
Allan
is
Poe shit.
Solitary confinement.
Poor Fortunato.
This is a cool shot. Ariel.
Love it.
It's like you guys just met. It's hard to.
And she just turned. Moon's laughing at you up there. Oh, and then the sun.
You should hide under your mom's dress.
Yeah, you could all fit in the dress, probably. Oh, boy. Whoa. No.
This feels so unnecessary right now.
What are we doing here?
He's trying to break out to help them.
Okay, so either Armand didn't intend for this, or he's had a change of heart, or he just wanted to get Claudia out of the way.
Well, how long does it take Claudia to burn?
I don't know.
Where's Claudia? I cannot help her. Where's Claudia? I can't save her. Louis!
Oh, but I can save you, buddy.
I will only risk losing you.
Wow.
I will only risk losing you.
Yeah. Oh. There's a whole other psychological torture with these guys.
Yeah, but why were they all looking at him and not trying to stop him?
I mean, this is all part of the plan. Yeah, because they want him to see. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
That's pretty chilling. That's not a bad effect. A really conscientious use of CG embellishments in this movie. Like, for the most part, all that stuff looks pretty good.
Like, we just found a mommy. She's like, oh, I shouldn't have done this.
So tragic. And Brad Pitt looks more like a creature now.
So a vampire can cry.
Tears of the vampire.
Maybe it was to quench those tears forever that I took such revenge on them.
Yeah, buddy, let's go. Whoa. Guzzling? Are these like spirits and wines and stuff like that? And other flammables? Or is it actually like fuel? Like
It's very orange for it to be. I don't know.
damn, it's the whole coffin row.
Are they all in there?
They gots to be.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the scythe, nice. Oh! Let's go. It's time to meet Joe Black. Damn, you're gonna be the most wanted vampire in history. Whoa, nice. Oh. Yeah, this guy got to go. Oh my. Oh, wow. There's a gore gag for you. And conscientiously little of the fast running, which I think was a good choice at this time in filmmaking history.
This movie does a lot of let me set fire to this life.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of what you did at the time.
There are so many like decadent shots of rooms ablaze.
But you know how we don't know his special skill yet?
Maybe it's sun walking.
Something. Could he be a
Blade.
daywalker?
Could be. Oh, these horses all got the third eye.
Louis!
Hey! Little Alicia Vikander's got us.
Let's go, Alicia Vikander. Thank you.
That's who that child reminds me of.
That's amazing.
You were their leader. They trusted you.
You made me see their failings, Louis. And they had forgotten the first lesson, that we must be powerful and without regret.
And don't talk about Fight Club.
Yes.
Then what a pair we could make. But what if it's a lesson I don't care to learn?
He means what he said.
What if all I have is my suffering?
You heard him.
Don't you want to lose it?
That looks like the statue whose eyes moved.
The heart that mourns her, her that you burnt to a cinder.
Louis, I swear I did.
Ah, but I know you did. You regrets nothing. You feels nothing.
Yeah, I love this body language.
If that's all I have left to learn, I can do that.
Give him a Judas kiss.
I left the old world and came back to my America. And there, a mechanical wonder allowed me to see the sun rise for the first time.
The magic of cinema.
Yes, I can relate to that.
In the spring of 1988, I returned to New Orleans. And as soon as I smelled the air, I knew I was home.
Tequila sunrise.
I walked the streets, savoring that long-lost perfume.
Outside the Coliseum.
And then on Britannia Street, I caught the scent of death.
Yes, you
And
did.
it wasn't coming from the graves.
Tell us more. Is it Lestat?
Is Lestat back?
A scent too faint for mortals to detect.
Is there just like a pile of Lestat-shaped dust?
Oh.
And rats, yeah. Hey.
I've dreamed of this moment.
As have I.
She never should have been one of us.
It's all past, Lestat.
What's he look like?
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Hey, he's not looking as
No.
bad as before.
No, I thought he was going to be decrepit.
Still beautiful, Louis.
That's true. You are beautiful.
Oh my, what?
Don't be frightened.
Wow, it's good chair control.
I mean you no harm.
You've come home to me then?
Just passing through.
You remember how I was?
You.
No one could refuse me.
You tried.
And the more you tried, the more I wanted you.
Good job, Tom. Good performance here.
Get the chase.
It's a hard scene.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, that's right.
And that noise make the night brighter than the day.
Yeah. What's the UV on this light? Can't be too bad.
It's false light. It can't harm you.
The helicopter just went away.
I must leave now.
Is this the only Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, like close like this performance you can think of?
It's gotta be. Wow, great use of the shadows there.
Whatever happened to Lestat, I do not know. I go on, night after night. I feed on those who cross my path.
Is he gonna eat this person?
But all my passion went with her golden hair.
Buried sweetly in your yellow hair.
No, it can't end like that.
But it has.
It's anticlimactic, man.
You don't understand yourself. You're not empty. What people wouldn't give to be like, what I wouldn't give to be like you, to have your power, to be able to have seen the things that you.
Is he gonna turn him?
Now, you brought me up here for a reason, didn't you? Want a companion. I want what you have. I refuse to let it end like this.
Dear God, I failed again, haven't I?
How many interviews have you
Yeah.
given? Whoa.
You like this?
Okay.
You like being food for the immortals?
Yeah. Eesh. God, against the ceiling. Jeez. Wow. He must have really flown you up there.
Yeah, you must be questioning yourself. Like, was he ever here? Did I make that all up?
Oh, no. Is he going to eat him anyway?
No.
Damn, dude. Got the Mustang convertible? Let's go. That was like from the 60s and everything.
1791 was the year it happened. I was 24.
He was like, what if I didn't record?
I would have been happy to join them.
Good stuff.
Whoa. Oh, no.
I assume I need no introduction.
What? Oh, my God, no.
I feel better already.
Is this the first drink you've had?
Most of all, I longed for death. I invited it. A release from the pain of living.
Yes, just your frills.
Still whining, Louis. I've had to listen to that for centuries. Don't be afraid.
You will be like us.
I'm going to give you the choice I never had.
That's what you said to him.
Please
Let me introduce my... Of course.
Oh, man.
Round for a long, long year. Stolen many men's.
Soul and faith.
I was around when
Wow.
Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt.
Good song
For
at
a,
the end.
for a second, I didn't think they were going to do it. I feel like this needle drop. Oh, it's one of these. It's one of these where they leave you on a shot. I like when they do the credits over just like a shot. Oh my God, some credits on these people. Some of these character names.
That's crazy.
Well, we did it. We made it. We interviewed the vampire. I need a second, I think.
I know.
The Mortal Boy. Was Louis Smith? Was that my Alicia Vikander? Was that who
I
Mortal
don't know.
Boy is?
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way.
Reject Nation, I never really consider myself a sports guy. I know so many people who are into sports, so many people who watch this channel are into sports. My wife, into sports. Sometimes it feels emasculating while she yells at the TV and I don't know what's going on. Why that feels emasculating? That's more to do with me than her, that's for sure. But anyway, the peer pressure got me to find a way to find fun with sports. And if you're looking for a fun and simple way to get into daily fantasy sports, let me introduce you to Prize Picks. It's America's #1 daily fantasy app with over 5 million active members. And honestly, it's the only one I've ever used, but from everyone who I know who has used fantasy sports thingies before says this is the easiest one they've ever used, my wife included, and the missus is never wrong. All you do is pick more or less less on player stat projections, like how many yards your favorite QB, that stands for quarterback, by the way, will throw, or how many points a star player will score. You can pick between 2 and 6 players, and if you get them right, you win. Even I can comprehend this, and I'm not the smartest guy. And like I said, it's easy to get started, and it's easy to use. A lot of emphasis on the easy. Here's one easy example. So at the time of recording this, we just bet on Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, and Joe Burrow. Consulted with John. John knows more about sports than me, so really this was his decision. So let's see if he tanked this whole operation, or if we're filthy rich now. Great thing, if one of your players ever gets injured, Prize Picks has an injury insurance policy. I could use some health insurance in my own life. So your lineups stay in play. Rhymes, bars, baby. And if you miss one pick, you can still cash out thanks to their unique flex play option. It's available in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. You can download the Prize Picks app today. Use code REJECTS and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. There's a lot of fives in this shout out. $5, $50, 5 million members. It's like the number 23. But anyway, you don't even have to win to get the bonus. Isn't that awesome? Prize Picks. Run your game. Get into daily fantasy sports like this expert over here.
Guys, we just watched Interview with the Vampire, the classic tale of love, lust, and otherwise. Leave us a rating on Apple or Spotify. Roxanne.
Yeah.
Lover of love, shipper of ships.
I am that. There honestly
My
wasn't
vampire
much
partner
of that.
in crime. It's true, there wasn't. I mean, there was, but there wasn't. It's like it's everywhere, but it's not also like directly the focus of almost anything. What did you think of Interview with the Vampire?
Okay, I'm going to say something that I very rarely say on this show, and you guys might, or on this channel, and you guys might be upset. That movie was not for me.
Okay.
I've heard so many amazing things about this movie. I wish somebody gave me a heads up. I do not do well with some of the subject matter that was taking place
with some
here.
of the dynamics between Kirsten Dunst and the rest of the
yeah, it
people.
wasn't like the point of view of this movie was that was okay. Then I would have been like, let's get out of here. But like the Kirsten Dunst stuff really upset me. And the stuff with the woman on stage really upset me.
Yeah.
So this wasn't like sexy fun to me. This like really made my tummy curl. Like,
sure, yeah.
It was hard to watch.
Agree.
And I was looking for like, I thought coming from Underworld, Twilight, like I was looking for something like fun and cool. And this, I found this movie very upsetting.
Sure. I definitely expected something that was a bit more literary or something that was a bit more sort of high society in the shadows, Gothic. But I guess I will say that, yeah, like the tone, it's interesting because like you can obviously see where so many other vampire movies have drawn from this, and Anne Rice, holds, a certain place of
stature,
status and prominence in terms of just like the classic vampire literature.
And that makes sense. I mean, and also like it looked amazing. It sounded amazing. The performances were amazing.
Yeah. It's one of those where I feel like it has all of the tropes and trappings of a vampire thing, and it's like it's frilled up and it's as sensuous as you've come to expect, and yet I felt like a lot of things, especially now, certainly indulge in that, and I felt like this was a movie where all that stuff is on display, and you have all these characters around Brad Pitt who are about that, and it's kind of about the horror of all that, and I thought it was interesting, and I can't at all blame you for being kind of turned off or off-put by it, because, it's like that scene on the stage is totally kind of unnerving and demoralizing, and you're just like, oh god, this poor woman is being humiliated in front of these people, but also is like scared for her life. Like it's the combination
and
of all the worst feelings
watching
in front of all these people, and they don't know that it's part of a show, and like the dynamics are interesting, but it is also like nightmarish and terrible, and it is. I'm chewing on that concept because like to watch it in the moment, it is harsh and it is sort of like, oh no, like, and I feel like that's kind of the point of a lot of this is they never let you really enjoy any of the lust on display. Whereas I feel like there are other things that are inspired by this that the final credit is for Sympathy for the Devil. It's great. Oh shit, In Memory of River Phoenix. Was he involved somehow, or are they just tributing him?
I don't know.
But I feel like a lot of vampire things indulge in that stuff, and then at some point come around to the idea of like, no, none of this is fun, none of this is good. You're filling an empty void for all of eternity, and you're, maiming innocent people and violating innocent people. And I felt like this skipped the part where all that is fun, which is why, like, I still kind of appreciate aspects of it, but at the same time, I mean, there's no two ways about the discomfort of beholding that. And all I can hope is that, like, a scene like that a scene like the theater bit with the woman, and anything, involving like the early scenes with Kirsten Dunst, I just hope that like the onset of all that was handled properly.
I was thinking about that too, and it's not a good thing to be thinking about that when you're watching a movie. It's like, I think this movie was very well done. I did not enjoy it. And those two can both be true at the same time,
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
I think it was like,
and I think that's a good thing to be able to recognize.
Yeah,
honestly.
like I wasn't like, this movie isn't well done and this messaging is not okay. It was not that at all to me. I just didn't, the story made me not look forward to the next minute of the movie. Like when you're watching something and all of a sudden it hits you, like I'm not enjoying myself at all.
Yeah.
And I guess that from what my vampire movies, I guess that's something I want. I want to feel like, ooh, bone each other. Like I said at the beginning, like honestly, and I know that people are not going to like this either, I really wanted there to be like a love scene between Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Oh, 100%.
There was like so much sensualness between them, and we did get
I feel like it
some.
happened off screen somewhere, but yeah, like,
those were some of my favorite moments when we see with the two of them together, and it seems like there's like a lust situation going on there, or even with Brad Pitt and Antonio Banderas.
Oh yeah, when he's like right up in his face and they're like about to kiss as he's talking to him, like
yeah,
I
like
was like go for it.
But we didn't ever like. I feel like I got a little blue balled.
Love it.
Like I wanted for an R-rated vampire movie.
Yeah.
I wanted a sex scene.
Sure.
I wanted a consensual vamp on vamp sex
You
scene.
wanted something decadent that wasn't also a horror,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some of the characters I found hard to care about. Like we're supposed to at the end care about Claudia's new mommy.
Sure.
And I was like, wait, I just met her 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, empathetically, just in general, I feel bad for her, but also it would have been very interesting to peer into what their actual relationship was before, getting right to the point of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she had come in a little bit earlier or like...
Because that was a really interesting development too. And like, there's not... You empathize with the conundrum that Claudia is in, most certainly, of like, great, not only do I have this already cursed, undead sort of essence now, but also I'm trapped as a child. And so like there are aspects of having her bring this woman in that are interesting because it's like mother, big sister, but this movie is also flirting with all kinds of weird gray lines of affections.
Yes.
And so like, because you have the again, this movie goes right up to the edge in terms of how they portray the relationship between Lestat, Louis, and Claudia all together. And I feel like if you could infer that Louis and Lestat have been intimate somewhere off screen, you could only assume similar things may apply to Claudia just because, again, they're vampires and her mind is a blah, 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 blah.
And
but
she's
like,
in her 40s, and the way that she's speaking, it was like kind of strange. I couldn't tell if
It's
she kept
interesting.
my beloved, my love, but it didn't feel like, it felt like with Brad Pitt's character that Claudia had a paternal relationship, but that it didn't
100%.
feel that way with Tom Cruise's character.
Because at
With
first it's like,
Lestat.
at first I feel like she is kind of in between them in terms of just her sensibilities, I guess, because she does have the hunger and she certainly seems to want to
Right.
use her power. But as time goes on, certainly she errs more toward Brad Pitt in terms of her affections and her, feeling safe around anybody.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I could absolutely see them certainly just staying to sort of a paternal, father-daughter kind of thing.
And then
I
she
don't know
does
what to
bring him
make
a
of-
wife or like a mom for herself. So it felt like
I wonder if in the books those lines are grayer.
Yeah,
honestly.
and here they were
and
like,
here
we're
they're
good.
like, we gotta at least make it a little more solid, or at least not allude directly to anything truly, heinous or problematic. But it is, I'm like, is there some kind of romantic connection that this woman and this girl have too? Like, I don't know. There's stuff like that that's interesting, and I don't begrudge them exploring that. And I do, in theory. I mean, I don't know how soon I want to like watch this again, and it is a fascinating combination of things because there is like there is like a camp about it certainly in some aspects, and there's like a humor about it in some aspects, and there are parts where you are just watching, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise sort of dandy it up and live, again, this life of decadence. But I feel like, so much of it is about like the twisted dark center of all of it, and none of it truly like gives you the catharsis or reward or lets you slip off the sort of weight of the dark nature of everything that's going on. And so like in a sense,
like a little more levity would have been.
In a sense, I appreciate that because like I also enjoy a Twilight or an Underworld or something that's more overtly fun and that is more overtly going to give you some rewards. However, in the vast, expanse of vampire lore, I do find something like this at least interesting. Again, I think everyone will have a different line in terms of how they feel this movie kind of gets by in terms of like what's appropriate to film and all that stuff.
That's it. Like when you're talking about the appropriate to film, it's so hard as creators, and I think that I had an easier time with this before I moved here at 18.
Sure.
It's so hard as a creator to watch a clearly underage Kirsten Dunst have to suck on somebody's body and stare at somebody and just, it made me uncomfortable. And in that moment, she was Kirsten Dunst for me, not Claudia. And I was just like, it really, it was upsetting. Honestly, this movie really, at times it really upset me, and then I would bring myself back out and could have fun for a second, and then like it just kept hitting me with that, and I was like, I'm really struggling to watch this.
It is tricky, because you just, especially with what we know now about filmmaking and the stories you hear in hindsight from actors when they're like, I was young or whatever else, like it does just, I guess, first and foremost make you hope that everything was up and up on the set.
And I'm sure there's nothing that we know that wasn't.
Revealed,
right. So,
but it just makes you think about it. Takes your mind there initially. And it's supposed to make you uncomfortable to some extent. And the idea of, what happens when someone is doomed to be a child forever and what can you imply about their experience. Yeah. But you still got to get real people to shoot this stuff.
I know. Yeah, it's just and I get it if people in the comments are like, "That's not the point of it, Roxy," and like you missed the point, and maybe I did. Just can only speak to my personal viewing experience, which is that I struggled to watch this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a
and
fascinating
I do like
one.
I like dark vampires movies too. It's not that I only like the Underworlds and. I mean, Blade, I would say, is a little bit darker than Underworld or Twilight, but still not super dark. But I love, as you know, horror, scream queen. I love dark movies.
Yeah.
Adult stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
then even the part with the woman, that threw me off too. But maybe it was because I was already in that mindset. And maybe that actress was just really good. She seemed super uncomfortable.
She was doing a great job.
And I was like, I'm uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, and to sell that illusion of like, oh, this is a person who isn't part of the show being brought in and is being, sold as part of the show. I thought in a meta sense, and they make that comment about like, oh, vampires pretending to be humans, pretending to be vampires. How avant-garde. And I was like, oh yeah, like it kind of makes you pang in that moment of like, this is clearly an actor hired to look like, someone pulled in off the street who doesn't, again, who isn't part of the show, doesn't know what's about to happen to them. And I'm sure everything was fine. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it feels authentic in a way that does make you feel icky.
If I watched this, though, I would know if this is the first thing I ever saw her in, which probably is, I would think Kirsten Dunst was a star.
Oh,
sure. She absolutely nailed this performance.
And it's so hard because you got to be able to be a convincing child and then a convincing, old soul in a child's
she's
body.
The one who said avant-garde, and it came out very naturally.
Yeah. And all of her just her presence, like and the way her demeanor shifted as she's at first, getting to know her power, and then as she is more acquainted with it and she's getting older, like just so many of the layers of her performance. I'm like, damn, the chops on. I don't know how old exactly she was at the time.
Let me look it up. I'm going to look up some things about this.
But yeah, certainly a performance beyond her years. And I mean, too, vampirism and that stuff, I feel like is supposed to kind of confront you with, again, the various lusts of experience, but also, the potential deviances as well. And I feel like a lot of these, especially anything that's got a swath of romance or eroticism to it, I feel like in that mixture, if you want to go to Twilight, not to directly compare, but a Twilight, I think, people dog on that for being problematic. And I think part of the appeal is that it is problematic, is that it is sort of a dangerous relationship in some degree, because some of Edward's behavior is not standard normal guy behavior.
But what was our least favorite part of that series too? It was the imprinting with the baby.
Yeah, which is weird and creepy and odd. And so again, it's not something that I think is just oh, you should like it because of that, or it's good just because of that. But I do think it fits within that realm of discomfort, and it is vampire things. Certainly people do get very enamored with lots of fictional creature lore, but I think especially vampires, and especially something like this, I feel like they're erotic and people like that aesthetic, certainly, and people Anne Rice novels are huge, and I know that people really gravitate towards some of that eroticism, but again, there's so much, at least in this movie form, that is about the curse and the horror of all of that. So it's curious to me.
It seems as if Kirsten Dunst is not stoked about this.
Oh, let's go.
She was 11 at the time.
Woof.
And she explained how her acting coach taught her to make sexy facial expressions without being quote unquote inappropriate. She described the on-screen kiss with Brad Pitt, who was 31 at the time, as weird and gross.
Yep. Yep. I'm glad they cut away from that pretty quick.
Yeah, we were there for a second and then it was gone, but that second was more than enough.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
Yes, yeah.
Not thrilled
I hated
for that.
the kiss. Every time I scroll down, does it ever happen to you on your phone where you scroll to something and then it keeps going back to the top?
Crazy and,
I worked very hard with my acting coach. He would give me tools. I can't get there. It keeps
whatever website you have has those ads that will not let you read.
Man, Jesus
they're
Christ.
covered in ads, boy.
Wow, who knew? Pretend your brother's looking for his toy and you know where it is and you're not going to tell him. That's how to make sexy face, I guess.
Woof.
Oh
my.
Yeah.
Her brother went to my high school.
Is that true?
Yeah. They look kind of similar, actually.
She's maintained that she felt comfortable on set and was treated like a princess.
Good.
That's unrelated to the controversial kiss. She said, I hated the kiss so much because Brad was like my older brother on set, and it's kind of like kissing your brother. It's weird because he's an older guy, and I had to kiss him on the lips, so it was gross.
Yes, agree.
A few years later, she once again noted that she was so uncomfortable. Kissing Brad was so uncomfortable for me. I remember saying in interviews that I thought it was gross that Brad had cooties. I mean, I was 10.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of those. It is a fascinating thing and a big ethical question, and that's the thing that people say you couldn't make such and such a movie now, and there are a lot of movies I don't agree quite about that on, but this is a movie where I don't think you could make this the same way now. You would have to hire an actor who's 18 and looks very young or something.
Yeah, because it's really not an ethical question. This was nominated for 2 Oscars, for Best Art Direction and Best Music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the art direction, set direction, I mean, it was unbelievable. The music was great. I'm surprised it wasn't nominated for HMU or costumes.
Yeah.
Because that was really unbelievable.
Yeah, and they had a lot of quality, makeup effects as well as CG embellishments and things like that, fire effects, wire effects.
It seems to me like River Phoenix initially had the role of that Christian Slater played. The trivia is Christian Slater was given the role of Daniel Malloy upon the death of River Phoenix. The original choice for the role, Slater donated his $250,000 salary to 2 of Phoenix's favorite charities.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm glad for that.
Oh gosh, that's another just like such a sad thing.
Tragic, yeah.
Upon learning that Tom Cruise had been cast, Rice was livid and stated Cruise could not carry the part, calling the casting so bizarre it's almost impossible to imagine how it's going to work. The worst crime in the name of casting since the bonfire of the vanities. Rice recused herself from the production and did not view the film until a producer sent her a VHS copy. Rice was so impressed by Cruise's performance that she wrote him a letter of apology and recorded a 2-minute video endorsing the film that was included as a pre-feature in the mid-90s VHS release of Interview with the Vampire.
Well done, Tom. Hey, I do have to give it to him. Like, I wish... It would be fun to see Tom Cruise in more stuff like this because, like you said during the reaction, like this is not a mode I'm used to seeing him in at all. And I thought he had a grip on the language pretty well because it's language that's hard to sell. Like
there's so much more about this movie that you and I are not even okay. All the actors playing vampires were required to hang upside down for up to 30 minutes at a time during makeup.
What?
This would force all the blood in their bodies to rush to their heads, causing the blood vessels in their face to bulge. The makeup artist would then trace over the swollen veins, creating the eerie, translucent skinned look. Unfortunately for the actors, they would have to repeat the process several times over as the blood would quickly drain from their heads. This in part accounts for the lengthy makeup process.
Oh my God.
Considering what you just heard, in an EW interview in September 2011, Brad Pitt revealed that he had a miserable experience while making this film.
It seems it informed his performance. It's good.
He recalled the discomfort of the makeup, colored contacts, and particularly filming in an enclosed, dark indoor area. He said at one point he called his friend and producer David Geffen and begged him for a way out. Learning that it would cost $40 million, he toughed it out for the remaining months.
Wow. Good on you, Bradley. Jesus Christ. I mean, certainly I'm sure it just helped him with that melancholy.
Tom Cruise was placed on an elevated platform during some scenes to reduce the height difference between his character and other vampires.
Sure was.
And
Lestat too is like that's a name I have heard outside of this. So I know that's like one of her major characters. So I can understand the hubbub surrounding him in particular. I don't know if there was any about Brad Pitt, but...
What do you think about this? Anne Rice met with Tom Hanks to take the part of Lestat after seeing his performance in Philadelphia, but Hanks turned down the part in order to star in Forrest Gump.
I can't imagine that at all.
Imagine
0%.
Imagine seeing Philadelphia and being like, that's...
Maybe I need to see Philadelphia. That's it. Maybe if I see him there, I'll be like, oh, this guy's a perfect vampire. I cannot imagine... Tom Hanks having to embody this world.
This gets weirder and weirder, John.
Let's go.
Daniel Day-Lewis was originally given the part of Lestat, but dropped out weeks before filming. Tom Cruise eventually got the role after Johnny Depp turned it down.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Johnny Depp I could see doing this.
Johnny Depp I could see. I
Daniel
mean, I could see Daniel Day-Lewis killing it, but I feel like,
of course.
It might be too intense for his method.
The film was the subject of controversy due to inspiring real-life crime shortly after the film's theatrical release.
Let's go.
On November 17th, 1994, a man named Daniel Sterling and his girlfriend Lisa Stellwagen watched the film together. The next day, Sterling stabbed Stellwagen 7 times in her chest and back and sucked the blood from her wounds. Fortunately, Stellwagen survived, and Sterling was arrested. He claimed in court that the film influenced his plan, and the jury convicted him of attempted first-degree murder, among several other charges.
Yes, it is the movie's fault. The movie made him do it.
Tom Cruise prepped for the role of Lestat by watching videos of lions attacking zebras in the wild.
Okay.
That's crazy enough. The least crazy upsetting part of this entire
I'm like,
thing.
okay, I get it. I get this acting exercise.
Wow, Tom Cruise spent 3.5 hours every day in the makeup chair.
Let's go.
There's a lot more. I think that I'll just let you guys do your own research. I've heard that this is like such a loved movie that I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade.
It is
if
a
you love
veritable
this,
classic.
I hear you. Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those classics you watch though, where I'm like, I bet a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about this. Like as much as this is a prolific and a well-known movie title, etc. I feel like certainly, and any book readers out there even more so, probably have a wide array of opinions and feelings about how this experience came together.
I had only ever heard this movie is great. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish that coming into it, I had heard, like, Like when I went to watch Revenge of the Nerds, somebody gave me a heads up. They were like, there's a part that doesn't age super well. And I was like, oh, okay.
Put that disclaimer on most 80s comedy.
Totally. You're so right. You're so right. But what Greg said to us walking away was, it's a really fun movie. And this was not a really fun movie for me.
Yeah, there's camp.
There was camp. Like, remember that one Tom Cruise line that really made me laugh early on?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he walked in and said, like, something like, I'm ready, or like, whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny.
No, it's an odd, interesting duck, and it's certainly, I feel like, of its time. And yeah, there's some stuff that is like classic and sweeping and beautiful. There's some stuff that's campy, and then there's some stuff that's uncomfortable in a way I appreciate. There are other things that are uncomfortable in ways I'm not really sure about, and there are things that are uncomfortable in a couple ways. I'm like, maybe not. Let's not do that anymore. Yeah, very interesting experience. It's weird. Like I'm having trouble saying whether I liked it or not.
I know. I feel
Like,
bad because I think if it wasn't for me, I actually think you would really have liked this movie, and I think I'm bringing you down.
I would still have been unsettled by the certain things I would have been unsettled
No,
by. I would
course.
still have been unsettled by certain implications of like what's going on with Kirsten Dunst, again, the scene with the woman in the theater was like
upsetting.
Pointedly upsetting. But
on purpose, it was supposed to be upsetting.
Yeah,
and it was.
And the thing that this didn't have as much of, again, was like I guess I have a touchstone from like True Blood, whereas like, that we're exploring both sides of like, the decadence and the curse of being a vampire, but like this didn't indulge the way I'm used to seeing so many things indulge in like the pleasures and just letting them be pleasures. So like so much of it, is a little bit more harsh or a little bit dark. And I don't know. I think this will kind of gestate, and I'll reflect on it as the day goes.
Yeah. Keep us posted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, tons to appreciate. I don't know exactly, what I would like rate it or how soon again I would like throw it on or if I would throw it on for fun. But I appreciate certainly, at least aspects of what it is quite a bit, But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm so curious. I'm going to read every comment on this one. I really want to know what they think about this and like what was your favorite part or what didn't land for you.
Yeah. Like I love this kind of thing. Like I want more of this kind of thing and stuff that feels and moves and looks, like this. And so I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you love True Blood. I love the originals and Vampire Diaries. Like it
makes me curious too what the show is like and how the show deals with some of this stuff. Because I'm sure again they will have even more of Anne Rice's novels and even more of just this novel to draw from in that and flesh out in that. Like I'm curious about what changed from the book there, and two, like I'm sure they must cover some of the age related stuff or the stuff that involves younger people and vampirism and whatever. But I have to imagine that the show in 2024 would probably have a different sensibility about some of that stuff. But yeah, I'm glad we watched it. And
me too.
At least we got it. You've at least checked off a classic experience. And hey, that's part of the journey. Is I feel like we got to be a little more welcoming of that too. Is that sometimes, hey, something might be a classic and maybe it's not your thing, and maybe there's a good reason for that.
I agree, totally.
But yeah, is it your thing and why? Leave us your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you for whatever's next. I guess we're the vampire twins, so for something
Ron Joxie in the house.
Something vampire-y.
Drippy moist.
Yeah. I'm back!